strokes.
Oh no.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
You've got to do wide
like
strokes.
a paddleboard stroke, so you can just...
This is my old friend Brad. We met around 10 years ago, guiding for a dog sledding company in Ontario, Canada. And this is an adventure we've been planning for quite a while. Packrafting the 120 kilometres Spey River all the way to the sea. Neither of us have ever packrafted before, or in fact, paddled anything more than a couple of days in a row. So 5 days and 4 nights on the water was going to be a true adventure.
Speaking about home bargains full of cretins, they have 6 aisles of Christmas. Isn't that mental? It's September.
It's unacceptable.
Make sure you put that in your video.
I can see enough. Not far. So this is day 1 on the Spey. We just paddled in from Loch Insh last night in the dark, and we've just camped out in this woods here. Now we're heading down these rapids here. We're going to head all the way to Aviemore, stop there for a little bit. There's the pack raft all packed. Brad's just gone down that rapid there, and I'm going to go follow him now. There we go, that's the shot. It's the money shot right there.
The first half of our full day on the river took us from just north of Loch Insh, where we'd camped the night before, to Aviemore. The river is narrow here in the upper section of the Spey, with views of the Cairngorms mountains in the distance and dense Rothiemurgus forest surrounding us. It felt remote and had quite a wild feeling to it, considering how close you are to civilization. The river has heaps of islands splitting it into 2 or 3 smaller streams, giving you choices. Me and Brad always try to choose the most adventurous option. Brad had decided for no apparent reason he now loved the Louisiana Bayou. The man was obsessed, and he always wanted to head down the narrowest, swampy sections. This led us into trouble when we took a stream that was blocked by a mess of trees and branches with nowhere obvious to go.
Well, we've got a little bit stuck here. We came down this little side river, and it's just full of strainers. I think we might have made the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Head through there?
Yeah, I think so. Can you see any, is there any fallen tree there?
Nah.
It's just a tiny little stretch then you're on the main river.
Looks really shallow.
This one joins up there as well, but it just saves lifting the boats up.
Yeah! Oh, it's shallow. There's one branch you might have to scoot around. Yeah. Just be careful. Oh, great. There we go. There we go. There we go, back on the main river. Nice.
Our first 10 kilometres in the pack rafts was a learning experience to say the least. Neither me or Brad have used pack rafts other than a short test before the trip. They don't handle or react like a kayak or a canoe would, and so it took us a while to get used to paddling them. But by the time we pulled up to Aviemore, we were feeling slightly more confident in the boats. We pulled up on a beach and stopped in Aviemore for a coffee and to stretch our legs. Brad purchased a fishing permit for tomorrow, as the Spey is renowned for its Atlantic salmon run, bringing anglers from all over the world. And then it was back into the pack rafts for the second half of the day.
Hello, so we're halfway through day one of the Spey. So we've just paddled through Aviemore, and now we're coming out of Aviemore. You can probably see just over there we have some of the Cairngorms mountains. Just stopped here for a second. If you're wondering what boat we've got the 80 weight 100s. We were going to get the 500s, but they didn't have them in stock. But these are holding up really well so far. Super durable. And the tracking's really good, surprisingly, for such a short boat. But they're going really well. And Brad's just paddled down the rest of the river there. Just stopped in an eddy, just got the drone out to get some nice shots of the mountains. So we're going to get back in the boat now and head down to meet Brad.
The next section of the day took us about 20 kilometres through Boat of Garton to a camp just before Granton. This was the most boring 20 kilometres of the entire River Spey, with almost flat water and surrounded by fields. There is quite literally nothing to see and no excitement in this entire stretch of river. But don't be discouraged, it's the only boring section of the Spey, and with a tailwind we couldn't really complain. We set up camp amongst the alders, got a fire going and cooked some food, and then sat down to taste some whiskey from a tasting kit I brought. There are over 50 distilleries along the banks of the Spey, and most of them offer tours, but I don't think they would appreciate two guys in neoprene smelling like wet dog walking in amongst rich American tourists and whiskey connoisseurs. So instead, we sat by the fire, read the tasting notes, and tasted some whiskies we realised after were from an entirely different part of Scotland to where we were.
So this one, Area Light Lindsay. Take it. Nose. Lots of maritime peat with notes of iodine intertwined with honey, sweetness, paprika, salted caramel and old bookshelves.
Right. Well, I do love iodine.
And old bookshelves.
I'm just gonna know bookshelves.
Have a smell.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one.
Taste. Smoke returns alongside mint dark chocolate, espresso and new leather with honey and soy sauce mixed together.
New leather? Jesus.
Honey and soy sauce mixed together.
So Chinese food.
Yeah.
Not very nice smelling.
Taste it.
I'm smelling.
I like it. It smells like maritime peat.
You like your peat, you like your peaty whiskey.
I do, yeah, that's true.
Not a big fan. Nah.
Oh, I didn't see the finish.
Rancid.
Is it actually? Finish. Boiled mint, sweeties, licorice, all sorts, bonfire smoke and toffee penny with a pinch of salt. You want some ham to cleanse?
It's, you might like it. It might be a bit Talisker-y, but didn't like
That's well nice.
it. Yeah, it's not for me that one.
Oh well.
And so with our bellies full of bookshelves and new leather, we headed to bed. We woke to bright sunshine, but the forecast showed strong southwesterly winds, which meant we would make good progress paddling, but it would make Brad's fly fishing really difficult. We planned to get out near Granton regardless to cast the line a few times. After a cup of coffee and packing the rafts, we put the boats back in the water and headed off for our second full day on the Spey.
Currently have 65-mile-per-hour winds, so quite that. But I think when we get to Loch Insh, we'll make it well. Good progress. So we're gonna stop and finish shortly. Stick right on space. So we're gonna stop soon. Brad's got further, like 6 miles. Either way, we've run the Spey. So it's gonna stop and fly fish for a while. As then, we've gone to the personal rapids, which is the washing machine. I hope you can hear me over the wind.
The wind was far too strong to fly fish, and so we decided to walk to a bakery called the Bothy Bakery close to Granton. It's only a 5-minute walk and well worth the visit if you get a chance.
Look at that.
Back on the river, the wind had settled a little, and we still had around 28 kilometres to paddle to get to our next camp. Fueled by sausage rolls like true northerners, we set off at Mach 10. At around Cragganmore, the river starts to get interesting, with faster water and the start of some small rapids. And the good news is, the fun never really stops after this. I definitely think being in a pack raft added to the fun. Sitting so low in the water makes the smaller waves feel huge. As we carried on down the river, with getting dry and cooking some food at the front of our mind, I, completely forgot about something. One of the bigger rapids on the trip, named the Washing Machine, was right ahead, and I had no idea until it was too late.
I didn't know that's what it was until I was in it.
Oh yeah, I kind of seen it. So I seen you slow right down, and I saw the two things going. I went, is that a washing machine? And then you just kind of got paddling. And I was
I
like,
saw the drop and I was like, this looks a bit big, doesn't it? Jesus.
I could see from the way the land was. I was like, that's the washing machine. So I shouted to you, but yeah, you were just like kind of paddling. Yeah, it was gnarly that. They don't feel as buoyant as it's like you think when you're in those.
That was crazy.
Good,
Nice
mate.
first.
How much water you got?
I'm alright. Oh no, I've got loads.
Yeah, same as me. Oh no, I'm beating you. Look at mine.
Oh yeah, that's all that. Yeah. I don't know, like.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it's a shame we never got the drone footage. Good. It's a really nice campsite. So we've just pulled up onto an island to camp tonight. We accidentally just ran one of the biggest rapids on the river. It's called the Washing Machine. So we were supposed to get some nice drone footage of it, but we accidentally just came across it and ran it. So, but it was all fine. It was we didn't fall or anything. I thought I might have fallen out at one point because you're supposed to go straight down the middle of it, and I just sort of hit it at a random angle, but it was all right. Got a washing line. This is camp.
This was one of our favourite campsites of the entire trip. The pine needle floor was level and soft, and there was tons of firewood. After getting dry by the fire for a while, we cooked some food. I've been using military rations for a while now, mainly because you can get them cheap and they're easy to cook. They don't taste too bad either, if you close your eyes. You can just boil these in the bag, which means no dishes. I don't come camping to do dishes.
So this is day 3. We're about to go down Loch Insh Rapids. We just camped on an island last night just before the rapids, and we're just coming up to the first few meanders, which have got this probably the best white water I think on the Spey. So it's time to don the helmet. So it should just be around this corner here. You can see there's the island we stopped on last night. Hopefully you can see that all right.
With the first few rapids of Loch Insh ahead of us, we took a second to assess the lines we should take to avoid hitting any rocks or any other hazards. We had actually learnt from yesterday's washing machine incident. The first few rapids were easy enough to navigate, and we didn't take on too much water. The packrafts were surprisingly still capable of some manoeuvrability, even with some water on board, and so we got through most of the first section of the rapids without having to bail. It was incredibly difficult to fly a drone and paddle, so I hope you appreciate these aerial shots.
I got the GoPro on. Try and go as far right as you can without hitting the gravel bar. Woo! There comes the water.
These little rafts were absolutely incredible through the first few rapids, and we were blown away with how durable they'd been so far on the trip. We'd hit tons of rocks and there still wasn't a scratch on them.
I found quite a lot of this here. It's wild mint. So I was pulling the ground up yesterday just to put my tent down, and it's really smelled strongly of mint, and that's because of this guy. Yeah. Let's go. Oh no! Just like that. Whoa, 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 Brad! Whoa, 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 son! Whoa! Oh. I am so mental white water here. Oh, that's a big wave. Yeah, that's nice.
Wow! After 32 kilometers of paddling and the biggest rapids behind us, we looked for a place to set up camp. We'd stopped at Aberlour earlier in the day and bought some burgers, sausages and a few beers to celebrate our final night on the Spey. This island looked like a great place for a barbecue, and so we pulled the boats up and set up camp. After food, I decided it was probably time to have a wash after 4 days in a wetsuit. Then we drank a few beers, chatted about old times, and went to bed. Day 4, and our final day on the river. Only 14 kilometers to Spey Bay. Just as we were getting into the flow of things, the river was coming to an end. It's strange how you can sense the sea getting close even when you can't see it. The smell of brine in the air, a subtle headwind, seagulls squawking. It's crazy to think where we started up in the mountains and lochs. And now here we are 120 kilometres later, approaching the North Sea. And that's it. A trip we talked about for the last 6 months at an end. We packed up our rafts and walked to a cafe for some well-deserved food before the long drive home. And the first conversation we had over our coffee, where to next?